Hey guys, this is all the lore I am compiling for both Omega-Mart and DramCorp. Um, and I am still trying to figure out Marin's location. Last time she was basically at the source well. If we go to her last location is noted by this. If I can make it. Last seen near the source well on January 21st by Fork. Was wearing a red jacket, white shirt, blah blah blah, call whatever the heck number. But anyway, she was last seen at the source well, so my guess has to be, location wise, that Marin is probably still at that, source well, where she was last seen. And, and this is all the lore of Omega-Mart I've been compiling. Stuff like that. And this is apparently Jesse, one of Marin's friends. And it's, if I make this big, it's June 2020, so it's like during mid of the lockdown, in a way. But anyway, you got Cecilia, Walter, her parents. Well, Walter's her grandfather, but. And then I found this video, which shows something about Cecilia, and Walter, and what, where Marin is, and it shows where Marin is. If this so. Okay, I think it's playing now.
Marin is special, Dad, in so many ways. She's going to change everything for us. Mom?
That's Marin's voice, apparently. That's the first time I ever heard her speak.
Do you mean to say that this energy?
Like somebody, like I was, like searching around and somebody found this, put it on their Dram drive and was like, hey, check this out, and post it to YouTube, and it's like, whoa. And it shows what happens to both Walter and where Marin is. So let's listen to this very closely. And credits to this video go to that awesome person, you know who you are, by the way.
Created her? The child, born of raw energy.
The source isn't just energy. It can change the very nature of your being, of anyone's being. We can change the world with this. DramCorp could usher in the next era of humanity.
God, she looks so real.
She is real. What are you doing? Don't touch me.
Do you realize how much manufacturers would pay for this? The DOD?
I'm not going anywhere with you. She isn't a product, Walter. She's your family.
Oh. And are we not a family-run business? See, this is why you will never be CEO.
Let go of me. Dad, stop. Marin, get away from him.
No. See, for once in your life, would you just listen to somebody who knows what the hell he's talking about? Let's give her the dirt.
Stop! Let her go!
Ah!
Dad?
The water just
What did you do? I didn't mean to.
What is happening to me? Ah!
sounds like he's in pain.
Marin, where did he go? You pushed him. You pushed him. I was protecting you. Why did you do that? How could you do that? He didn't get it. I thought it would help him see. I can't believe you. I'm getting out of here. Marin, wait. I can fix this. Get away from me.
And look where Marin goes.
Marin, don't go!
Back in the well. So I think I cracked the code of where Marin is here. She's at that source well.
Get away from me. Marin, don't go!
And basically, let you hear that again.
He didn't get it. I thought it would help him see. I can't believe you. I'm getting out of here. Marin, wait. I can fix this. Get away from me. Marin, don't go! Marin! Dad!
So Marin's basically at the source well, and still is probably there. And you know, and there's this clue that shows Marin's desk a little bit. It's a little on the blurry side. But it says like report card. And something on it. But if we look at DramCorp, we all know AdditiveS, right? But what's interesting is that's a real red fluid or something like that. Because if we look at these, this shows the off-red nature of it. Like here's the empty tubes, like right here, empty, 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 and two of them are full with AdditiveS. So AdditiveS is either blood or something from our DNA, but it's really on the red side. But this is the Dart lab. They could start. And here's another image of a closer look of a vial full of AdditiveS. And these are portal safety protocols by DramCorp. And this one is very interesting. The source cooker. It's a machine that basically does the same thing as, the particulizer, which is this thing. And then there's this clue called strapped in. And somebody is having some sort of surgery or what, but they got leads on their head. Yeah, they got this apparatus thing on their head. And then there's a clue of one of the dark scientists, Tulu Koyan, who's a grand marketer. And then there's this clue, author talking points. I'll let you guys read it. Man, my God, gives me the creeps. I think this is by Cecilia. And here's the ever famous. It's different looking because I edited it in my program to give it more contrast. So the background you see here is not so in the face bright for me, because photophobia will do that to you. And it says Benefit-S, which is basically the same thing as AdditiveS. It's just named differently. And here he is, Mr. Dram. Shame that he retired. And then there's this clue that I found from the food theorists, which credits go to them for this video right here, for this particular clue, and it's about a place called Plenty Valley.
Disturbed by the moral failings of our cities, I turned on my headlights and I looked for.
And the people in the background are like, "Don't worry, AdditiveS is okay. You can have it. It's just a nonsense of blah blah blah." Let's turn this up a little bit.
Disturbed by the moral failings of our cities, I turned on my headlights and I looked for one thing: an honest man. I found it. Plenty Valley.
And that's what Plenty Valley looks like. I hope you guys, I'm not sure what Plenty Valley is, but based on what the food theorists said, it's basically like somewhere, away from where Omega-Mart is. But it's within the geographic boundaries of the fourth Earth. As you can tell by this.
Disturbed by the moral failings of our cities, I turned on my headlights and I looked for one thing: an honest man. I found it. Plenty Valley.
And that's what Plenty Valley looks like. And this is about Marin being given a dart, and the year DramCorp was founded. We already went over that. And then there's this, a clue to how AdditiveS is like processed or whatever. But it's like source, aspect, separation, and process. Meganolized source product flows from core filtration element in center of room, limit time, in component to 7-minute increments to average radiation down. I don't know how dangerous that is, but I bet we'll figure it out. Solve the mystery of that. And that's more about editing. Yes, I believe. Yep. And this is a warning by DramCorp about the same thing. And there's more of the particularizer like controls. A note from a dark scientist, and this is regarding Charlie Dram. He basically bottles up liquid Additive-S that's not defined too much yet, but he mildly dilutes it himself and says, "Hey guys, here you go," kind of deal. And there's Celia, I think. That's one of the medications from Omega-Mart. And there's this, the source periodic table of elements. And there's also this video from Dart that shows the side effects of Additive-S, and I showed this in one video already, but if you watch this video closely, pay attention to how the Dart patient reacts to taking in one of the products that are infused with Additive-S. Okay, we're in the Dart lab, I think. The doctor gives him something.
Please drink the orange liquid.
No, I think the lady talking is Dr. Janine Randall. I pray it's her. Correct me, anybody else searching the lore if I'm wrong, if this is not Janine Randall or not.
What is it?
To be eligible for compensation, please drink the tasty orange liquid.
And he drinks the full thing and watches his reaction. He's starting to feel it. It's a little crazy. He apparently has lots of energy to walk around for how many hours? And side note, that's pretty interesting that this is the attire that Dart puts their patients in. This is kind of interesting. He collapses like I showed before from somebody else. And then we get the usual I wonder how long did he stay awake for, but it's way too long. And then he gets tired and then faints. I hope Dart has built-in clinics with their Dart Med side, because take this kid to Dart Med. And it says like DramCorp at the end there in large print. And there's all these testing experimental videos, like this one about this device called the Amasatron, which shows how it works.
This is Osmositron Source Infusion Study, DART CAT number 378421. Go ahead and place your hand on the scanner.
And it apparently is a scanner. The thing that you put your hand on, it's apparently a scanner.
Lemon is changing colors.
Whoa.
Seems to finally be retaining the source infusion.
What do you think it tastes like?
I wouldn't eat it.
Yeah, don't eat it at this stage. But anyway, there's more of these DART tests. And the medication I couldn't pronounce, I found in my video. I learned how to finally pronounce it because of this DART lab video right here. You'll hear the pronunciation right about now.
DART Consumer Testing CAT 378492, Dramulate Dream Image Acquisition Study.
Now he said it's called Dramulate. So I was wrong. It's not Dramnihilate, it's Dramulate.
Whenever you're ready.
Please drink this.
He drinks the medication, the Dramulate,
Sleep tight.
then he falls asleep. I don't know what he's linked to, but I hope it's monitoring needs. And then they just basically watch his sleep pattern from there. And then there's this about more human element collection from DART. There's the DART logo. And this by DART called the Source, which is basically the same thing, but yeah. And there's DramCorp's logo again, DART. Then there's this. The table of elements, I think it's called. Based on the title here. And then we have this, which I had somebody read out to me, but feel free to read it yourself. There. It's on a DART file. And it's about AdditiveS and human element and how it kind of works. So that's pretty interesting. And then there is this, which I can't name. And then we have this, which I screen capped, which shows DART's lab or something of that nature and their experiments with AdditiveS and what they're doing with it, which is highly interesting. And here's more. I think that's a tube of AdditiveS back there, because it's like red. More petri dishes. And this, we seen this. More about the source. Same thing. And this one, the source flow optimizer. And then there's another dart scientist who we meet on our website, Neil Chowdhury, which is, pretty interesting. And here's the dart scientist right there in the lab. And then there's this about Cecilia Dram discussing what the leadership ascension track is and how it works.
Thank you. And welcome, leaders of the future. Our bodies want things. We can't avoid it. Our bodies are imprisoned by desire. But what if you could harness, utilize, transcend desire to become a more powerful leader? As you know, DramCorp has the market cornered on product-oriented desire fulfillment. However, this strategy presents limitations.
Now let's get to the part where she talks about LAT.
Humanity has a desire problem, and I am here to present a solution. As CEO of DramCorp, it is my mission to envisioneer a frictionless virtualization between the known universe and the metaphysical reality we must cultivate in order to remain on the power edge of technology and existence.
Now the voice talking is Cecilia Dram, or now known, as she's the CEO now, as Miss Dram.
So, how did I get here? Several years ago, I realized I was burning out. I needed a personal disruption. Basically, a vacation. So I traveled to a place that's been very special to my family. And while amongst the prosaic people of this place, I experienced a ceremony and saw new and transcendent frequencies of cosmic energy.
And yeah, we all know she had that ceremony, and she confirms this.
Highest
Now this is the part where she talks about LAT.
purpose is. Well, there's no higher purpose than giving people exactly what they want.
Now there's more talk here. But we're gonna get to the part where she talks about LAT. I think this part's right here.
Well, enough with limitations.
Nope, here it comes. Where she introduces LAT, and she's gonna say what it stands for right here.
I am here to present to you a new platform.
And she basically says this, what her vision is.
That will free you not only of your physical desires, but of your physical bodies.
Damn.
Welcome to my vision, the Leadership Ascension track.
Okay, so here's LAT right here, the Leadership Ascension track. Let's see what there is to learn about it.
By utilizing ancient metaphysical architectures and the highest functions of consciousness, I will negate your need for a physicality that has only ever limited your potential. And in its place, I will offer you mitigated fulfillment.
Okay.
But don't take my word for it. My dear colleague, Elder Giannis, will show you herself.
So apparently Elder Giannis is a member of LAT. Let's see if she rises to the ranks. Oh, damn. She's a loyal fucking member, but by this.
Some influencers.
And that's basically
Into the anti-morphogenetic future. Put your trust in me, and I will put you in a new dimensional reality. The Leadership Ascension track. Join me and become a leader in the next phase of human evolution.
so LAT is all about evolution of us, which is pretty interesting. And this I found, which I edited for my ocular safety, as it were. And this, and it shows it right here, Dramulate, oniric inhibitor, which is that medicine I showed before. It's right here. So yeah. There you go, guys. I have cracked the code somewhat about Marin, discovered what LAT is, what the Leadership Assistant Track program is, and we learned how AdditiveS kind of works in the human body. I hope you guys like this video. Massive shout out to the YouTubers that are helping and crack the code of Omega-Mart and DramCorp. Huge credits to those people who have these videos out there on their channels. And yeah.